starting with you, Crystal, on what was, as I called it on the radio, one of the games that's going to go down in the history books here at CUC. 22 points against a very formidable post play of Lakeland. Just talk about your performance tonight.
We just knew that this game was big for us. Like last year was the difference between a home playoff game or away, and we really wanted to get this win, so just played our hearts out.
And you had to battle down low. They had the advantage early. And what were you guys saying to each other? I mean, you were down 18 going into that fourth quarter, and you guys never stopped fighting.
Mm-hmm. We just kept telling each other, we're not losing this, we got this, and we just have to keep playing as a team.
Taylor, you started off slow. I think you would self-admit that, but man, did you turn it on in that fourth quarter as a team. Just what was that defensive pressure and that communication like to get those turnovers to go on a 15-2 run to close it out?
Yeah, I mean, we each knew that we had to get a player, and I mean, Rusty told us just switch it up. Like some people go trap, the other person try to get that steal. You know, just doing little things like that just to mix them up. Because I would say at the beginning we kind of let them play their game on our court, and we didn't really push that until about the fourth quarter. We started playing our game, and I think that really got them.
How does it feel as a senior for you guys to have that kind of comeback, to kind of put that stamp on this senior season thus far?
Yeah, there's like no feeling like it, but honestly, like these games, I just like give it all to my teammates because I wouldn't have gotten any of those points without them. And I mean, that's amazing. It's such a great win, and at the end of the day, like I'm gonna remember this team that we won this game together. So it's gonna be amazing.
Rusty, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I've been part of some great games in my 35 years, and I promise you, this is right up there in the top 5. Just the relentlessness that the girls showed, and the senior leadership of our 3 seniors that were out there on the floor, and then we had 2 sophomores that just, Crystal and Annika just stepped up in big times, making big plays, and once we got it going and turned the momentum around, I thought we had a chance, believe it or not, because we just didn't have any momentum the entire game, and all of a sudden faced with that ultimate adversity down the stretch, and we got that momentum going, and it was over at that point.
And you talk about having that senior leadership that you had coming into this season. I mean, you guys forced a Lakeland team into 29 turnovers on the night, and that converted into that 15-2 run to tie that game up and send it to overtime. And you have Crystal coming out here and nearly putting a Jalen Johnson-type spike on Stankovic to keep her from getting a shot off at the buzzer.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Crystal in the last 6 games has turned into an All-American type player just overnight. I mean, you've seen this from her and her gradual improvement, but then all of a sudden her improvement has escalated so much. And I think we lost J.C. Dickerson, and I thought, boy, we're going to be in trouble. And Crystal has just made up for that tenfold. But again, it comes down to senior leadership, and when you got 3 players out there on the floor that have been in this program for 4 years, you got to feel really good each and every time you step out on the floor, and you got a chance. And they've got so much heart and energy and knowledge, and it manifests itself there in those times. So it was a fun win.
For any of you, Courtney, obviously she's not sitting here with us, but she picks up her 500th career assist. Just what's it like to play with somebody that can dish out the ball at any point?
It's great. She's always going to find you. She's always going to be there, pass it to you or anything. It's great to play with her.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's fun to play with a point guard like that. I don't think you really get that many opportunities like playing in your career to get a point guard like that, so we're very lucky.
I'll add to that is, she had 4 fouls through the whole big run, and she played relentless defense. I mean, anybody else would have been trying to protect themselves from fouling out, but she had so many steals down the stretch there. She was just creating so much havoc. That doesn't show up in a stat sheet necessarily, but that was a key to the game as well.
And finally, how does this kind of propel you guys going on the road the next 2 games to really say, hey, we belong in this top echelon of the conference, that we want this home game going? I think that's what the expectation is of this team.
Yeah, I mean, going on the road from here on out, I just really don't see us losing our motivation to keep going, our momentum, and I just think every single girl wants it really, really bad right now, and I think that's what's going to keep us going.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.